Right, ladies and gents, welcome into the Blue Star Club's first World Cup podcast. Welcoming everyone, we've got Rob and Cori, one of the usual contributors to these live streams and podcasts. Then we've got our friend Jason, who we met through NUSC 360, and yeah, is he going to be venturing doing his own thing soon? Who knows? But for now, he's joining us, and we're going to be chatting about the World Cup. Welcome in, lads.
That's unless we mute him.
Hello. Not unless you mute him, yes.
Absolute barstool.
I know. But he's our barstool, I love him. So, World Cup, gents, what do you think so far? But for someone who, like myself, who wasn't really excited for the World Cup, I've quite enjoyed this World Cup so far. Kick-off time's a bit naff, but apart from that, I've quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's been good. I haven't seen a load of games. I think I've seen about 6 games live, but I've been watching the highlights and stuff the next day. The games that are like early kickoffs. No, I think it's been good. I think I was worried in case the new format of the third place teams going through would have teams sitting back more in a bit boring matches, but
they've been going for it, haven't they?
It's been pretty good, yeah. I mean, last night Egypt, I thought Belgium was shocking. Egypt played really well last night.
Yeah.
Cape Verde as well, getting a point against Spain. I mean, that
poor
was
lads losing $1 million because he bet on Spain to win. Did you see that, by the way?
No, I didn't see that. No, somebody bet £1 million.
He bet £1 million and he would have only won 86 grand. Now that is a problem. But anyways, Rob, I'll let you continue.
Let's be honest. I think the amount of people that would have put Spain in their rackers yesterday.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, especially after watching Germany put 7 past Curacao. I think it was.
Guess who won yesterday? The bookies.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I was going to say, nobody won yesterday. It was all draws. But even still, all draws, and it was still an exciting day.
I bet there's somebody who's bet that, you know. I bet they made a bloody
four draws in the same day.
Oh.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't see the Iran game because I think that was 2:00 in the morning. But that looked like a good game, 2-2. Like I said before, the Belgium game was good. I thought Egypt probably deserved to win that, to be fair.
Yeah, Belgium they were quite good.
Belgium only really played well when Lukaku came on late in the second half. I haven't really been impressed by any of the big teams so far. I know not loads of them have played yet, but I wasn't impressed by
the exception of Germany, but then again, they've not played against.
That's Curacao, though, isn't it? So
that's opposition. I know exactly.
It's still the biggest team Dick Advocaat's ever managed.
But Germany were also pinned back to 1-1 though. It was 1-1 at one point in the game, so they had a bit of a wobble at the start.
Go back to the first game, which was Mexico. Mexico performed very well.
Yeah, I think South Africa was clever as well.
What? Sorry,
I was at the theatre for that one, so I missed it.
Yeah,
was it purely belter?
Yeah. It was, but to be fair, there was. Look, I don't think it's that bad for me being there because there was also a Sky Sports presenter also there. So if he's missing the World Cup, I think I can miss the first game.
It was a good game, the opening game. I think Mexico were always going to win though. Like the first World Cup game and the opening it at the Azteca as well. It was always going to be South Africa under pressure and stuff. But
but have you not heard their stat? Did you not hear the stat that every time Mexico have played the first game in a World Cup, they have the most games start as the first game. I think it was 7, and they've never won when they've been the first game.
I don't know.
Really?
Interesting.
I didn't know
that. That stat was against them. Obviously, you think the last time they played against South Africa in South Africa, they were the first game they lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other opening games where when they've been the first game, they've lost as well. So for them to pick those points up, and it was good to see Raul Jimenez get that goal as well.
Yeah.
There was a lot of emotion around Mexico because of that. Obviously, I know that because I've got my contacts there. And the news coming out about him, like, created a big story. He shouldn't still be playing football after his accident.
Yeah.
So
I didn't realise his accident was that serious, to be fair.
Well, to be fair, never mind playing football, he probably shouldn't even be able to walk or anything like that. The severity of it was he's.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know what accident you're on about, and there's probably people watching now or who'll watch the record later who might not know as well, could you explain what the accident is?
Yeah, he clashed. It was against Arsenal in 2020. Jason, was it 2021?
Yes, it was.
And he clashed heads with. I can't remember who he clashed heads with.
Goalkeeper.
Basically cracked his skull and needed.
Would it have been Mendy?
No, it was for
I'm not
Arsenal. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, Arsenal, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not sure.
It was during COVID. I think it was during the lockdowns when no fans were in the stadiums. But basically cracked his skull and needed like major surgery.
Was it
He was out for
Ramsdale or Czech?
He was out for 9 months.
That's what I was going to say. Was it a similar injury to Petr Cech, I'm guessing?
I think it was worse.
Worse, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's why Jimenez wears that patch on his head.
Yeah, do you know the headband that he has on?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's got that on for.
Oh.
He's 35 as well, so he shouldn't even.
Cori
come
says
back from
David
that.
Luiz.
It was David Luiz.
Was it? But yeah.
Yes, it was.
Fair play for him to still keep going after such a traumatic injury. Like, fair play.
You see, that's why we keep comments on. C72 just saved us.
That's Cori associated with the channel, so that's also Cori.
Not me, I'm a dipshit.
Well, we've got Cori the Barstool, another Cori now.
I'm a Barstool, apparently.
Aye, Jason didn't think of the Barstool now.
Your new nickname now.
Oh, God. Well, it's better than mince.
Exactly. There we go.
Do you know what I think? One team that actually have impressed me at this World Cup's the USA. They're putting 4 past Paraguay, who did pretty decent in qualifying in South America. I think USA, and again, similar to Mexico, they were playing at home basically, and it was always going to be USA all over them and stuff. But 4-1.
Sorry, Paraguay are a poor team.
They did well in qualifying though. They beat, I think they beat Brazil and Argentina during qualifying, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
They got a few
I don't know
results.
much about Paraguay, but the fact that Almiron gets a game from Senegal.
That's hilarious. He got booked for diving. It's just typical Almiron.
Same old Miggy, no changes.
Yeah.
The only game I've watched this World Cup was the Japan-Netherlands game, and I'm glad I did.
That was a great game, that as well, yeah.
Very, very open. Very open. If I remember correctly, they were good at the last World Cup as well, Japan.
Possible dark
horse.
horse.
Underrated side, I would say, like Japan.
Yeah. Really quick, really fast.
Very good in the transition.
Yeah. Really dangerous in the counter-attack. And,
organised defensively too.
Yeah.
Like forward thinking, always wanting to get forward.
That's Japan without Matoma as well. Matoma's not even at this World Cup because he's injured. So if they had Matoma, they'd be even more dangerous.
There's a possibility that England versus USA could happen on Independence Day. The USA finished third. France will probably loan their players like they did in that one.
I think that could be in Philadelphia as well. That match. So
I've heard it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
I was going to say, like, I know I did touch on it before, but did everyone see the Cape Verde game yesterday?
Yeah, the 40-year-old keeper, bloody hell.
I know, literally. Lads, I'll be honest with you. I shed a few tears at full time for them, you know. I've got nothing to do with Cape Verde, but literally, I was getting emotional anyway, and then seeing that goalkeeper crying, I was crying with him. I was they literally just a tiny island, and they've just achieved it.
Were you there, like Callum, crying with him?
Oh, I wish I was.
Is that the next vlog?
Who knows? Like Cape Verde for a cry. You never know. Cry Verde.
I think the only stain on that performance from the keeper was that his mum couldn't be there because she couldn't get a visa sorted or something like that.
That's America for you.
Well, now going down the political aspect, this podcast will be 3 hours long. But
literally. But no, like incredible game. Mm-hmm. I mean, even now, you might catch us glancing to the side every once in a while because I am keeping an eye on the France-Senegal game.
Yeah.
Do you know what as well for Cape Verde? That could give them a really good chance of at least coming third in their group and possibly getting to the knockout stages.
I mean, massive ones. I mean, that could totally transform the trajectory of that country. Like, it could inspire a whole generation of footballers. Like, I mean, Because this is obviously you do see a lot of these nations like in the Caribbean, like even in Africa, who do tend to choose bigger countries to represent. So you might find some players who've got heritage to these nations who may think, sorry, I am going to accept the call. I mean, literally, I was like listening to the commentator saying that there's a lad playing for Cape Verde. He was born in Ireland. He's lived in Ireland all his life. And he only started playing for them in 2020. And apparently, when the first sent his first call up, it was in Portuguese, so he just ignored it. He couldn't read his first ever call.
That's brilliant.
It was supposed to his mother to get it translated. And then he accepted the call up, and then literally, I mean, he's kept a clean sheet at the World Cup against the European champions.
Have you heard about his Instagram?
Is this the New Zealand lad, Tim Payne, or is this him? Has he had a big thing with his Instagram?
The Cape Verde the goalkeeper has gone from having 45,000 followers to over 4 million.
Jesus Christ!
Wow. Well, the reason I reference that because some South American YouTuber streamer said we're going to pick a main character for the World Cup and pick New Zealand's Tim Payne. Before that, he had 4,000 followers, and now he's gotten something like 5.6 million followers on Instagram. Just because somebody said he's the main character of the World Cup.
Just totally changed his life.
Well, I mean, he's probably got brand deals now. Speaking on the topic of World Cup brand deals, we'll get on to England as well. But do we see Dan Burn is the new face of Boots, apparently.
I seen that was
the new face of Boots is in the pharmacy chemist shop.
So he's now officially Dan Don't Burn, and it's about the back of your neck. Dave during the sun.
Aye, put it in the back of the neck.
Put it in the back of the neck, aye.
It's Haiti, not them. I'm not sure what he means.
I've seen that there's only 2 teams whose fans have been banned from USA. Apparently,
it'll be Iran, I think, won't it?
Is Cape Verde, is it Caribbean?
I think so.
West Africa.
Is it? Yeah. Yes, it is. You're right. Sorry, it is. You're right.
It's just down from the Canary Islands, I think. Just not far from them.
Yes, I think you're right, yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Robert, you're surprising me there with your knowledge.
Jazz, I don't know whether that's a compliment or not.
He's not just a
you're thick sometimes, but you've surprised us there.
Well, to be fair, what Jason mostly knows from just chatting shit in a group chat, where we do tend to. I mean, I wouldn't say we're the most serious characters in that group chat. Let's be honest.
Nah.
We definitely tend to be on the less serious side of things. But what can you do? Need somebody for the comedy element, I guess, in that place.
If you're watching this for the serious aspect, then you should probably turn this off now.
You're in the wrong place.
We do some good work. We do some.
If you don't, Corey will end up muting you anyway. So.
But no, we'll get on to England, gents. England obviously play their first game tomorrow night. What we're expecting, guys, Croatia, obviously we've got a bit of history with them. Do you think we'll finish top of this group, or do you think we're going to struggle to get out of this group?
I think we should.
We should do, yeah.
Croatia have a lot of old legs in their team, so we've got a lot of runners, a lot of pace. So I would like to think that we're going to be having them all over the place and stuff. I can't see Croatia creating much, because like I said, they haven't got the legs, I don't think, to do it. They've got a very aging squad. Though. But I think it'll be a tight game. I think I'd say 1-0 to England, maybe. A tight game, but should be comfortable fairly.
Well, I'm not expecting entertainment, let's put it that well.
No.
It's going to be a horrible, boring game, I think.
To be fair, though, you say that, but that New Zealand friendly before the World Cup was pretty good. Mm-hmm. We played pretty. I know it's New Zealand, but we played pretty well in that game.
I think Callum's asking the wrong question. The first question is, you've always got to say this, is it coming home? Yes, it is.
I absolutely think it is. And you know what? You can clip this up. It's the boldest claim I think I've ever made. And I'm going to say, when we get to the final, and Rob, I've already told you this, but Dan Burns going to start and he's going to score. That's my prediction for the World Cup final, and I'm serious. I'll die on that hill. I'm just on life, and I'm telling you now.
All children that are watching this is what happens when you smoke or take drugs. Please do not do this at home. Please, can we put it as a pop-up?
I can also confirm I've only smoked it like on 5 different occasions, and that was a long time ago.
Does it count if he puts it in his own net?
Yes.
To be fair, I'd never actually considered that.
That's more likely.
I'd never considered that, but I would be right on a technicality. So you know what? We'll leave it at that. But I'm sticking to my guns.
Let the bookies decide, Colin. Put a bet on it.
No, I'm not a gambling man, but like that is my wildest and boldest prediction.
I think the first hurdle. I think the first hurdle you might come
on platforms, so I'll send you some money and I'll put a bet on it.
I mean, look at
I'm part of a group.
The man which said Sunderland would finish in the top 10 last season. That's all I'm saying.
I'm part of a group where we've done with a load of friends and family back in Mexico, where we've done a spreadsheet was sent to me. I've predicted every single result through the group stage, and then you had to fill it all the way out to the final. I had England losing in the semi-final to Argentina on penalties.
I mean, could happen. Definitely could happen.
I think it's either
Brazil
I think it's either
in the quarterfinal.
Yeah. Brazil didn't impress me at all against Morocco.
No, they didn't. I tell you what, Casemiro was really poor, but he has been for Man United. I was surprised he was in the squad, if I'm honest.
I get where you're coming from.
Bruno, I didn't feel was playing in his strongest position like he does for Newcastle.
No.
Who else? Obviously, Vincent Jr. played really. He took his goal very, very, very well.
That was from a Bruno assist as well, I think, wasn't it?
But we can't underestimate those Moroccans because they've got a very good team. You look at the players that they've got. A lot of the players play in the Premier League or in the top leagues, and you've got obviously a few of them there now that are really standing up. And is that a goal? Oh, what a save!
I've just seen that was very close. That
I would have put that on the bottom 2 seconds.
Morocco also got the semi-finals last time, so they're no mugs. Morocco, they are a top team.
Great team.
I wouldn't want us to play against them.
No.
I wouldn't be in a hurry to face them either, to be honest.
No.
But I think I do think England have a good chance of winning this World Cup. I think obviously the squad itself. If you're going to pick, I think the strongest possible squad. I think there's a lot of players who I think wouldn't have been picked for that squad, but I do think Thomas Tuchel has picked the best possible squad to get the best out with either Harry Kane or Ivan Toney, to be honest.
Do you know what I like about the selection? I'll tell you, even if you don't care. You
started that off well, Jason.
What I like is, for years and years and years, we've had England managers and everyone has criticised Southgate for picking the same players just because of the name. Then we had Capello, we've had Sven, picking players on their ability, not on what their form has been like. This is the first manager that's picked players on form, and we still have people moaning and whinging because certain players haven't gone. And I think he's right.
I mean, I was going to say, in terms of that regard, I mean, I don't think Jordan Henderson would have been in many people's England squad, but you can't say that Jordan Henderson had a bad season. Like
he's had a great season. There's only one player that's in because of his name, and that's Jude Bellingham.
Probably, yeah.
Because he's not had a good season for Real Madrid, and he's been injured, but he's the only player. But the rest of them have earned their position, even Rashford. And I hate the fact that I'm saying that because I don't like the guy. Even though I would have him at Newcastle, I just think he's arrogant. I don't like him, but he's had a great season at Barcelona.
Oh, he's
earned his position.
I mean, probably the best left wing England's got, in my opinion. I would say, especially after last season.
And you know, Gordon, I know he's been poor for us towards the end of the season. He has the ability, he has got it, and he showed it in that last friendly.
Yeah, it's probably the best he'd looked in a long time, to be fair. Like, but I think we should kind of expect that from Anthony Gordon. Like, he turns up, well, when it's a big game or he's in an England shirt. So,
has anyone been watching the rest is football on Netflix?
No,
I've watched a couple
that,
episodes. I do need. I need to catch up on this because obviously it's a daily thing, isn't it? I've only watched like 2 episodes.
Well, they had Harry Maguire on today.
Mm-hmm. That would have been interesting. I would have taken him, to be fair. I think he had a good season. He had a good season at Man United. I think he earned a place in the squad. He was the only one that I was thinking. Like, I know, leaving out Palmer and Foden at first seemed a bit like, wow, he's left those out, but they haven't had a great season. I think Maguire was the only one that I felt bad for. I think
they asked him the question. They asked him the question. Obviously, they were dead straight to it. It was Shearer and Lineker and Joe Cole, because Joe Cole was on it today. And they said, talking about how he did it. Now, Thomas Tuchel did it as a FaceTime call to each and individual players, not just a phone call, FaceTime. Apparently, the two of them, he admitted it, that they had exchanged words at the same time because he disagreed with the decision. But everything has calmed down now, which explains also because Harry Maguire went straight to the internet before the team was publicised, if you remember. Was it before? But it's one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would have started if he did go to the World Cup, because I think Gahey, Konsa and Stones are probably ahead of him anyway. But
yeah,
I can see why he was frustrated, but I don't think he would have started anyway. So,
I mean, I will say though, like despite how shaky he's been, like, and I do agree with this. I can't remember which one of Southgate's backroom staff said it, but they gave an interview and they said one of the reasons why I think that they didn't win the Euros the last time out is because they didn't have the leadership of somebody like Harry Maguire in the dressing room. Like, and like sometimes, like, yes, sometimes you do just need a player, a bit like Henderson, who is going to set the standard and will keep things going. And like, they might not start, but you just need leaderships in every position. And lovely specs, Jason. We might put you on the big street. We'll let you have your moment.
Just trying to set the way.
England.
Thanks for that.
No, it's actually not. You thought he'd let you have your moment. But no, I think literally, like, we need players in every position who are leaders, and I think that's also a similar reason. Well, I think Dan Burns said as much when I can't remember who he was doing an interview with, and apparently when Tuchel spoke to him, he said that if the World Cup final was tomorrow, he needs players who he could trust, who could start. And he said that was one of the reasons why he picked Dan Burn. You would trust him to start in a World Cup final if it was tomorrow. And I
think Dan Burn's been one of his most used players. Thomas,
he has been, to be fair. I think
he's been in every single squad that he's called up so far. I think.
Wasn't that wild stat that in the qualifiers he had some of the best passing stats or something like
that? Yeah. So you clearly trust him and finds him reliable. So you kind of argue if he has a good tournament. I don't know how much game time he's going to get, Dan Burn, but
I mean, I would love him to get some game time, to be fair, but hard to say. It's really hard to say. I hope he does get a good run.
Yeah, I think the only player in the current squad, like and I know you mentioned Jordan Henderson, but Noni Madueke.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Noni.
No, he surname.
You know who I mean.
Madueke, something else.
Yeah, him. He was the only one in the squad that I thought a bit iffy about that. I was like,
I mean, but he looked good in the last 2 friendlies, though. Anyway.
Because I think he's going to be starting quite a few games because Saka's not 100% at this World Cup. I think he's carried a bit of a knock.
I was going to say, speaking on not being 100%, obviously Tino Livramento's had to withdraw today, hasn't he?
Yeah, hamstring.
I know. Like, probably wasn't expecting that, to be honest. But yeah,
is he out? Is he out of the squad or just out of the team?
I think he's totally withdrawn.
Who's replaced him?
Trevor Chalobah.
Chalobah.
Trevor Chalobah.
Cori, stand a little bit closer to your phone so we can hear you.
His internet's shite.
Can you not hear us?
You're a little bit far away.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to do about that. What about now?
I'm trying to find the news, and I'm just seeing that Russell Martins became the Leicester manager, and Ruben Aronson talks to be AC's manager.
Who's replacing Tino then in the squad?
I'm sure it's Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah.
Yes, Tino Livramento has withdrawn from the World Cup squad through injury. It's on Newcastle United's app.
I'm more bothered that we're probably not going to sell the fucker.
We don't want to sell him, let's be honest.
I mean, I don't want to, but
everyone else, if he wasn't injury prone, I'd be fine.
The first season, he wasn't injured the first season.
I know, but he's injured like every 2 months now. And I mean, I know some players can overcome it, but I'm looking at Sven like Sven Botman, and I'm like, we might as well just cut the losses and make as much profit on players where we can.
Just so TikTok don't ban us, there's our publicity. FIFA World Cup, Coca-Cola.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know why he's chosen Chalobah to replace Tino.
I think it's because he's going to put either Gay or Consar at right back, I think. But I mean,
surely it would have made more sense to call up Lewis Hall and play Jed Spence at right back.
I mean, I know he hasn't had a good season, but I don't understand why he hasn't called him up. But Trent Alexander-Arnold still does exist as well. And
well, he's the best. He's the best right back. He's the best right back that we've got at the minute, and he's nowhere near the squad.
I know.
So I don't know if he's.
But that goes back to what we just spoke about. He's not really had a good season at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But then again,
but do you take him just for set pieces though? Like he's corner kick taken and he's free kick taken, and even on pens in the last Euros, he stepped up to take a pen against Switzerland.
If that's the case, take Kieran Trippier or Kyle Walker based on that similar logic. Like
that's true. That's a fair shout. Imagine that Tripp's getting one last run at a World Cup.
I know it would be nice to see, but I wouldn't see it happening. Even if he said he was available for this World Cup, I don't see him getting called up. To be fair,
no.
Even though I probably would have took him, but that's just me.
What with Isaac Hayden?
Hey, this old joke. Well, I couldn't take him, Corey, because he plays for Jamaica.
So I saw a comment a second ago. Who do you start? Do you start Jude Bellingham or Rodgers?
Rodgers for me, I think.
Based off this season, Rodgers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the specialists, Lineker and Micah Richards said Bellingham, just on his ability. Shearer said Rodgers.
Oh, look, 100%. Bellingham is a better player, but I mean, just like a player's in good form, keep him playing until like he's not in good form. But then again, I mean, the caliber of a player to bring a world-class player like Jude Bellingham off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, like you look at the way the crowd rose yesterday in the Spanish game when Yamal came off the bench. Like the atmosphere in that stadium changed. So could you imagine if you brought Bellingham off Bellingham on at the 60th minute? It would totally change the game.
Yeah.
I'd think he's
Corey, your signals went a bit shy, mate. What was that?
I said, I just think Bellingham is a bit too arrogant for me.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, like, but he's...
I mean, Mbappe left PSG and they've won 2 Champions Leagues since.
Well, I mean, Birmingham are still in the Championship based off that logic, but you know. Like,
no,
I get where you're coming from.
Going back to it, I would start Rodgers. I think he's... I don't know. I like you said, Carl, like to bring Bellingham off the bench if things aren't going our way. He can't change a game, but I think Rodgers has earned his place in the start 11.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Start Rodgers and then just hit the literally. Let's say we need a goal or we need to sharpen things up. Bring Bellingham on. I mean, I mean, there's an argument to say he's the best centre mid, one of the best centre mids in the world, if not the best. Like literally, I know he's not in good form, but like that still doesn't mean he can't transform a game if he came.
Well, his first season at Real Madrid, he was playing as the number 10 and he scored double figures in La Liga, didn't he?
He did, but then
I think was it more Real Madrid's just been a shambles this season?
I mean,
could just be that. It could be that. Yes.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how Mourinho deals with him.
Well,
that could be a clash.
I think it's Mbappe's the issue at that club, but that's another podcast. To be fair, in itself.
I'd love about Real Madrid. I'd love to. I think we should.
I think we could talk about the effects of killing Mbappe, like how it net negative unless it's the French national team. It seems to be.
General Mbappe.
I think even going back to France, though, I think even France could suffer a bit of a negative impact from him this World Cup because the spotlight's on Dembele at the minute after he won the Ballon d'Or and he just won his second Champions League with PSG. And so for me, I think the spotlight's currently on Dembele more than Mbappe for France.
Possibly
Dembele is kind of the, like I said, two Champions Leagues and the Ballon d'Or in the last 18 months or so.
I'll tell you what, one of the comments that I heard today is someone can't tell whether it's just all these African teams now are getting better or if these European teams are getting worse.
I would like to say the African teams are getting better.
Because the competition, this game now, even it's 38 minutes gone. And I tell you what, Senegal are putting up a good fight against France now. 10, 15 years ago, that would not have been the case.
Yeah.
Well, I think generally because I'm gonna say the African teams that the standard of football as a whole is getting better. I think. I mean, obviously, yes, football isn't I don't know what's the best way to describe it. Like, it isn't as chaotic as it used to be, shall we say? But you do see the fact that we're signing a lot of players from abroad, and a lot of those players are now reinvesting in the countries where they're from, and they're bringing through youth academies, and obviously now we're starting to see like those youth academies come through. I mean, even just hosting a World Cup can totally transform a nation's fortunes. I mean, look at Qatar. The fact that they're back for a second World Cup after hosting it,
and they got a point as well against Switzerland.
Well, that's it. Like the picking up. Obviously, they didn't do well last time. It was the first World Cup, but 4 years later, there's an improvement. So, say again, Corey, mate.
I wouldn't mind a World Cup in an African nation.
I know.
I think there's plenty that are capable of hosting the one. Like Morocco. Morocco's got the next one with Spain and Portugal.
Yes, I think Nigeria would be a cracking World Cup. To be fair,
Egypt could be decent as well. They've got some.
Egypt have got too many problems at the moment.
Yeah. I just meant in terms of like infrastructure and that though, like stadium wise and stuff. I think there's a lot of countries in Africa that are more than capable of hosting. I think I don't agree with this whole expanded format, but I think one thing it's done really well, because for many years 5 African spots at the World Cup's never been enough for me. Like for a continent the size of Africa, which is like 50 odd countries, to only get 5 spots at the World Cup, they've now got 10, I think 9 or something. So I think there's loads of African countries that have deserved to play at the previous World Cups that didn't qualify because of the limited amount of spots that were available. So I think that'll do some good to developing football in Africa even more as well.
I remember someone said there was I think it was during AFCON. There was saying maybe that when they're of AFCON to get an automatic spot.
Well, I've always thought that the winners of the continental tournament in the 4 years build up should automatically qualify as well. Wasn't it the fact that like when Italy won the Euros in 2020 and they weren't at the 2022 World Cup?
Yeah, it was like a year later because it was delayed by a year because it was COVID. Yeah, so it was literally 12 months. Well, no, because it was in the winter. I wasn't at the World Cup. So 18 months later,
the champions of Europe weren't at the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's,
and you could probably do that as well with more teams because they took away the Confederations Cup. So maybe just sort of.
I love the Confederation Cup.
Yeah,
that's true. Saudi Arabia do have the World Cup in 8 years.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes. So I mean, obviously,
that possibly could be another winter
to come as well. So
yeah.
we'll see what that'll do for the future of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I think Saudi Arabia are kind of skint.
And now they didn't seem to be putting much money into Newcastle. Like. But no, I think you're right, well, actually, Jason, you proposed a question. Like, what do you think? Do you think European nations are getting worse, or do you think African nations have gotten better?
Do you know what? I actually think it's a bit of both, and I think that's why it means 50 weight. I think the level of the European football has dropped slightly because think of the quality of players that we see, but I think the quality of players has improved on the African side of things because you see more of them coming into the Premier League now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I think that's why it is kind of we've met halfway. So it's not that they've improved a lot.
Maybe.
I think it's kind of a 50-50 on either side because I do think the European teams now have gone poorer than what we used to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's just the European teams because when we were talking about Brazil...
Well, Brazil have dropped off massively. Yeah.
Big teams.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's probably the worst Brazilian side I think I've seen in my lifetime, to be fair.
Yeah. Like, I think Argentina are probably the only real... over the last 10 years or so, because even Spain dropped off a bit towards the end of the 2010s.
Spain is starting to come back, though. They've got a little bit of a golden generation coming through now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's the same for Brazil, but I just feel
like Germany the same. Germany dropped off in the 2010s after they won the World Cup as well. England have always been poor, so...
I mean, we're probably in the best decade that we've ever had at the minute, right?
Yeah. But no, I think you can even go through Senegal's starting 11 tonight and probably pick out like a fair few players that have either played in the Premier League or played in the Premier League. I'm not watching the game myself, but I know they've got like Iliman Ndiaye and Nicholas Jackson and Mane.
Sure Sadio Mane is like starting as well. Obviously, I know he's not in the Premier League now, but
like Jason said, there's a lot of them that are moving to the Premier League, or not even the Premier League, like even the other big leagues in Europe. Like there's a lot more that are moving to those clubs. So.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Jason. I am inclined to agree with Jason, but I am just going to keep it positive for the African nations, and I'm going to say I think the African nations have improved vastly. I want to say, I think obviously they've probably got better infrastructure now, but I do get where Jason's coming from. To be fair,
right. I'm gonna because I'm assuming how long you want this to be podcast.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I probably do need to wrap this up in the next 10 minutes because I need to go walk some dogs.
I've got a couple of silly points, like things I want to see in this World Cup. Mm-hmm. I want a repeat of the game against Germany where we're seeing that little girl cry. I also want to see Hakimi's mom cry as well.
Why not, Why not? Is there anything else you want to see from this World Cup?
Some goals, probably.
Some goals from outside the box, some screamers, some memorable goals.
Do you know what as well? I think that's why the World Cup's been quite enjoyable so far, because we watch the Premier League every week and it looks a bit robotic and it looks a bit slow and it looks a bit all the same. But when you get this, when you come to World Cups, there's teams that play different styles and it's actually really exciting to watch.
Yeah.
There's none of this sideways passing. There's none of this robotic Pep Guardiola style tick-a-tack passing the ball around. It's actually really exciting.
Definitely. Like I've noticed that as well. Like when I was watching the Spanish game, obviously I think it's just there was an element of desperation because obviously they were wanting to get a goal, but they were taking loads of shots from outside the box, and I'm like even some Man City players, I'm sure like Rodri, even former City players like Laporte were taking shots from outside the box. So where I'd done that for Guardiola, he would have been subbing you off.
Exactly.
Whereas now it's like, oh, interesting, bit exciting.
Obviously, cup football is better than league football because, it draws no good.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. The points are in a league, but when you've only got 3 games to
Yeah, compared to
sorted.
compared to 37 in a league season.
You probably do get that bit more desperate, to be fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is bigger as well, isn't it? Like everyone wants to be the hero for the country. So
well, that's it. I mean,
yeah, they do.
I mean, nobody's gonna remember if you score a tap in, but if you score a 35-yard screamer in the 92nd minute, you're gonna get remembered, aren't you? Right?
Yeah. But like, if a player scores on a Saturday afternoon for their club, it's not going to be remembered forever. But if a player scores for the country to win a game or to rescue a point or whatever, that's going to be like remembered forever. It's
absolutely.
I'll tell you who surprised me very quickly whilst we're still on. Sweden.
Yeah. Hammering Tunisia 5-1.
I mean, I saw the last goal. I mean, talk about long range strikes. He just rifled that in, didn't he?
Yeah. Isak took his goal well.
I've not actually seen Isak's goal. To be fair.
It was one of his trademark solo goals where he just sort of tucks it into the corner after taking on a couple of players. It was I forgot about Sweden actually.
I didn't see the game, right? But I seen a tweet. Someone was pretending to be on his slot on Snapchat and a picture of his telly. You only played like that. I'd snap me bloody.
Did you see as well that Tunisia sacked their manager after that game as well?
Yes.
No, I didn't know.
They've actually sacked the manager after that game, and they've got I don't know who they've got replacing him actually.
That's bad.
They sacked him straight afterwards.
Was it not the assistant manager that's taken over?
Wouldn't surprise me.
It might be, but I've never known a manager to be sacked. Like
it's the second time it's happened in a World Cup or
during a tournament.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's happened before. It doesn't happen often. Though.
I know
Lopetegui left Spain a couple of days before the World Cup, but I've never heard of it during the World Cup.
It's mad.
Absolutely mad.
The last World Cup.
I was going to say, wasn't that not the
was it 2022 Lopetegui, or was it 2018? Which World Cup was it?
It was one of them. I'm sure. Because
he was sacked a few days before it started, or before Spain's first game or something. That might have been during it. Actually, I can't remember.
Crazy.
But yeah, they've sacked the manager after they got hammered 5-1.
I mean, I understand it. It's bad, but why would you do that in the middle of a tournament? But then again, didn't something not happen very similar in AFCON in recent years? Well, where a coach got sacked and then he came back, and then it was something weird.
I wouldn't put it past them.
No.
Honestly,
sounds like something that would happen.
It sounds like a very AFCON thing that happened.
Crazy international final I've ever seen.
That was crazy.
I would love to see Senegal and Morocco go 1-on-1 in this World Cup again.
that would be amazing, like a rematch.
Senegal's never scored there. Sorry for the spoiler, Jason. If you're a little bit behind us there.
I was ahead of you. I'm ahead of you, Colin.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
I'm going to fully spoil it.
Is it half time yet?
Can't hear anything. What?
Oh no!
All right, kids. On that note, I think we will wrap it up. And look, first and foremost, I think that the most important question: is it coming home?
Yes.
Ask us tomorrow about 11 o'clock after the match.
I'm saying it now.
It's Jason. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say no, so that if it gets clipped up, and just use the other one.
Well, I'm going to stick my neck on the line, as I am with Dan Byrne in his neck to score a goal in the final. I'm going to say it's coming home.
It's probably coming home. The back of the neck.
He's going to put it in the back of the neck. Absolutely.
Look, so, if we don't win it,
in that there, lads. So we'll look at Jason. Thank you for coming along. Rob, Cori, pleasure as always. And
thank you.
We'll be back at some point. Not sure when, but hopefully we'll try and organise another podcast next week. Even if it's one a week, we'll try and do one of these, and we'll have a little chat and hour about the young ones of the World Cup.
Sounds good.
Sorry, lots of lovely as all, gents, and I will see you soon.
Lots of love. See you later. Cheers, Jason. Cheers, Cori. Cheers, Carl.
See you soon.